People end up going back into that fetal position because they are not doing what they should be doing, which is fighting against gravity. And that is why I pick the two exercises where we're fighting gravity on a horizontal and a vertical plane. So by doing so, we're fighting gravity, and by doing so, we're pumping up muscles and pumping blood through our body, and by doing so, guess what happens? It improves the quality of your life. Fancy that. And lifespan as well. So it's something that's really important to do. So without further ado, let's get going. Going to get in and out of here. So whatever it is that you're doing, I know Star Jump will have a different exercise protocol tonight. I've had, as I said, people with cerebral palsy, people who have been confined to wheelchairs in here, explaining what they do, different exercises, right down to breathing exercises, folks. As I was saying last night, if you take nothing else from Start Building Me, breathe in, breathe out. Progressive people hate me, but there is an element of duality, a binary element in life. Breathe in, breathe out. For example, that's what we're trying to do here, folks. So without further ado, what's this? It's called exercise, specifically a squat, a compound movement. Compound because it compounds a bunch of different muscle groups together at the same time. Now, I have had a massive leg workout yesterday, so my legs are kind of sore. So when I might not want to go for broke and make this a workout. I might just want to Great. I think I've damaged my mic again. Try and sort this one out. Not happy with you guys at Rode. I'm gonna have to jump ship to some American company if you can't make a, what is it, lavalier or lanyard mic that bloody works with that clipping. Anyway, let's see. Seems to work, nothing clipping. Get your blood pumping through your body. That's the aim of the game, folks. Very simple. I'm not trying to break any records. We are competing against ourselves and our performance yesterday. That's it. The most meaningful form of exercise is competing against yourself, folks. So many people have a goal that isn't themselves, and that's a goal that's almost guaranteed to fail. So you're trying to compete with some guy at the gym, you want to look like him. Guess what? You're never going to look like him. Genetically, you're always going to be different. So it's a zero-sum game, as it's called, a game that has zero as an outcome, i.e. you are destined to fail. So the best goal is to have you against yourself. How many squats could you do yesterday? Can you do the same amount today? Maybe try and go for one extra. That's called progressive overload, which is the key to resistance training and the key to endurance sports, is in the same time trying to get further, or with the same amount of repetitions, higher amount of intensity, so more weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can hold your arms out as a counterbalance if you think you're going to fall forward. Otherwise, you're sitting back into your heels, the weight going to the outside of your feet, which is why you have arches in your feet, folks. The whole purpose of your foot, if you think of the mechanics of us, is that the weight's going to the outside of your feet, right? So that's all we're trying to do, is just get the blood pumping up. I'm already starting to feel myself perspire a little bit. That's all we're trying to do here, folks. We're not trying to, go for broke. It's Start Building Me, not let's turn me into a professional athlete. All I'm trying to do is inspire you to come and do a tiny bit of exercise, because over time you'll see that even what I call the bare minimum will pay off and make a huge difference. To me, the feel-good factor of just coming here and doing this class, having this slotted away in time, is something that always just makes me feel better. And I put it to you that it is the same for everybody on this planet. People spend more energy resisting exercise than they do doing it, and that's a huge mistake. Because, as I said, It's a waste of my time to pull up different studies to show you that it is essential to exercise. It is the most important aspect of health. Diet, you know, we're pretty good at filtering and breaking nutrients out of pretty much anything, folks. But as of exercise, really, you know, the reason we can process stuff is because of the exercise we do. So, sitting back into your heels, weight going to the outside of your feet. If you have trouble keeping your back straight, you can always take a wider stance. How people always say, oh, that's cheating. It isn't cheating. It is still exactly the same. It is a squat, and you are working your quadriceps, working your muscles, getting everything pumped through there. As I said, I'm not going for broke. I'm not doing any repetitions at the moment. I do not need to do them because I've done so much exercise today that I'm just trying to do some active recovery. So active recovery means I can just do a couple of squats, maybe sit down in a squat, stand back up, take it easy, breathe, and relax. Gonna get a few more of these out and then do a few push-ups and call it quits. Just a nice quick session for the midweek. It's gonna start raining here in the tropics, unfortunately for me, but it doesn't matter here in my Start Building Me studio. Obviously, I am inside, so that is fine. Plus, most of the time I haven't been cycling at the moment because I was losing too much muscle mass, and at this stage I'm trying to gain a bit of muscle mass. Muscle is the best way to chew body fat. So that seems counterintuitive, but gaining muscle and doing gym work is a better way to lose fat than cycling, because the amount of cycling you have to do breaks down just as much muscle as you break down fat. And by breaking down muscle means that you don't metabolize fat as easily as if you had that muscle. So for this first 3 months of my rebuild series, which can be viewed on YouTube, you'll see that the best way to reduce your body fat is counterintuitively maybe to do a lot of weight training and then just a little bit of exercise, and that's it. So I'm just going to do a couple more squats, then do a few push-ups, and then get out of here, folks. You can do some neck circles, stuff that you just wouldn't normally do. Take the time to do whilst you're here. People you'll see have bad necks and bad backs. It's just because they're not doing like really basic stuff like running their body through different range of motion drills. And this is an old boxing maneuver where you'll be raising your heels, but it's also, is it Qigong or whatever it's called, the Tai Chi, you know, you'll see them doing stuff like that and moving around and doing different techniques, basically shaking themselves loose. So there's actually a lot to be said for Tai Chi and exercises and drills like that. Basically anything where you're just shaking yourself loose after becoming so rigid in this day and age. Anything where you can sort of move your spine, shake yourself loose, all are good things. I hope my mic doesn't keep creaking and popping. 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I've done enough squat movements for today. Going to stretch out my arms, do a few push-ups, and call it quits. Wherever you are, watching live or watching on the repeat stream, hope you're having a good day or had a good day, as always. And remember, switch off the news, switch off social media. It's all garbage. Hey, apart from this, of course, but I'm telling you that even the paradox of watching social media, if Twitch is to be seen as one, to be told that most of this stuff is garbage, folks. Stay away, unless it's educational, of course. Some stuff is, of course, good. But seemingly somebody's always trying to sell me some garbage, and the only thing I'm trying to sell you is free yourself. Stay away from the charlatans, folks. So like I was saying yesterday, a nice brief stretch for your quadriceps when you're kneeling down like this is just to lean back a little bit and you'll feel tension in the top of your quadriceps. I have got dog fur all over myself. It is absolutely disgusting. I'm going to have to vacuum in here as well. It's starting to annoy me, my floor configuration. Measure it up and I'm going to see what flooring I can put in here. I think maybe a light blue, something to match the screen. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, do a few push-ups. Now, as I've always instructed people, that people say, oh, this isn't a push-up, folks. This is a push-up. You're pushing yourself up against gravity, and that's the whole purpose of a push-up. So you're not using as much core as you might be in a strict push-up, which of course looks like that. But it doesn't matter. As I said, Start Building Me is all about pumping blood around your body in whatever way we can do that, right? So pumping blood occurs by putting tension on muscles, contracting the muscle, and then releasing that and extending the muscle. So there are different levels to which you can do that. If you just want to walk your weight out over your hands like that, or there's even a good hand stretch that I've always been doing the last week. Just by doing that, stretching the muscle will aid blood flow. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get into the habit of just, breaking some muscle fibers, getting them to heal, pushing the blood around your body, increasing your heart rate, letting it sink back down, increasing your blood pressure and letting it sink back down. This is, in essence, what exercise is all about. And then there's levels to this, but at this level, all we're trying to do is get the blood pumping through our body. Sit back, have a breather, take it easy. And breathe. Like I said, it's still free, not for long. Carbon tracking app, coming soon. Evil overlords will make you pay. So until then, breathe in that free air. And it sounds stupid and it sounds maniacal, tinfoil crackpot conspiracist stuff. But seriously, folks, they're going to clamp down on everything. You've heard of 15-minute cities where they're trying to stop you driving outside your own townships and restricting your movement. Meanwhile, Bill Gates can fly around and, as quoted the other day in the media, says he's entitled to because he's trying to improve the world. So people who can improve the world can damage it. Now, I like to speak about paradoxes from time to time. That's quite a doozy. So, I'm not quite sure I'm buying that, folks. I have a feeling that that's complete BS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And breathe. Do a few more and get out of here. Hope you guys are going to have a good night. If you're in Europe, hope you're going to have a good day. If you're going to watch this on repeat, much respect for putting in your time. I can see it on the startbuilding.me charts of names that I don't typically see here in the live chat. But people are going hard. People are sending me messages and introducing themselves, which is cool. And throwing me different ideas, tips and tricks, stuff that I should be adding, which of course I will be doing in time. But at the moment, I'm just trying to get the bare necessities out. Basically, I'm going to have a playlist for basic exercises, a playlist for healthcare data and why exercise is important, my introduction playlist, which is up now in its rawest, and I mean rawest of forms, me just practicing video editing and getting the hang of that. And then, of course, my rebuild series. Hugs back, Omni Hug, of course. Much respect to you, sir, madam, he, she, it, zer, they, whatever pronoun, whatever deity you wish to have. Start Building Me does not care. Start Building Me is beyond all definitions and categorizations. There is only one thing, It's like the Warhammer slogan, in a dark and chaotic future where all that's left is exercise. That's where I live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did my beach muscles today, bros. I did my chest. Chest getting strong, biceps getting strong. Always doing neck. Feeling good there. Abs, lower back. Size coming along, body fat going down. Feeling pretty good. Felt a little bit slow. I tried to jog home, just a single kilometer afterwards. And I felt like a pig in a vinyl suit being kicked down the road. I was like, oh. Felt a little bit rigid, so I'm gonna have to start to coordinate some of this mass, else that's not gonna be rocking at all, folks. Uncoordinated bodybuilder, last thing you wanna be. Anyway, like I said, love to you all, everywhere in the world you are. Hope you got your blood pumping. I know I got my blood pumping because my feet are sweaty through these socks. Disgusting, folks. I'm gonna start looking for floors tonight. At the same time as maybe playing some CSGO. And I will see you, as always, tomorrow. Take it easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See yous.